nice stiff jab and great slow-mo picture right there. I mean, that's the technology that's amazing when you get a chance to see that.
Fifth round scheduled for 8. Brian Kenny and Teddy Atlas here ringside, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. Big fight weekend. Sugar Shane Mosley will challenge Manny Pacquiao tomorrow night at the MGM Grand. Right here, Pacquiao's fighter, Bernabe Concepcion, struggling, coming up against Juan Carlos Martinez, where Martinez is supposed to be the opponent. Freddie Roach in the corner there. Teddy saying, you're going to need to knock this guy out.
Martinez not coming off a knockout loss. He's coming in here with an opportunity, a little bit of confidence, and his confidence continues to grow. See, Concepcion, knockout loss in his last fight, he's had no chance to get that confidence back, and he's getting no chance right here, as Martinez is the boss.
Good uppercut there by Martinez, too. He just reached in.
And he's not getting careless. He's doing it the right way. You know, he's doing it behind the jab. He's feigning once in a while, moving to the side, changing his direction, not being predictable.
Footwork is very good as he's finding angles and attacking constantly.
He is, Brian. Moving to the side where he's keeping Concepcion off balance, where he can attack and Concepcion can only catch. Little bloody nose there, Martinez.
Good fight scheduled coming up next on Friday Night Fights. Kendall Holt and Julio Diaz. Exciting fighters. Holt, former junior welterweight titleist. Diaz had 2 belts at lightweight. Next week here on Friday Night Fights. Yeah, the rounds start to get away from you. If he's lost the first 4, can't lose one more. Or you knock him out. Martinez doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Teddy has a sweep so far, 40-36. Martinez only started boxing at 17. He only had 35 amateur fights.
Concepcion comes from a fighting family. 2 brothers were pros. Again, nothing complicated. Concepcion waiting too much. Martinez not.
We'll see if Juan Carlos Martinez can keep the intensity. See, his neck is tight. You can see the veins bulging in his neck.
And he's closing his T's and dotting his I's, doing everything behind the jab. Keeping good defense, good alertness.
When you swap. Juan Carlos Martinez is doing the work, Teddy. Look at the average punches thrown through round 5. 73-35. Martinez outworking Concepcion and, in our eyes, clearly winning this fight.
And if Concepcion's going to have any chance, he's got to get moving. But he's got to get moving these rounds right now, these last 3 rounds, and he's got to get moving with big punches. And that's going to be difficult to do with the technical approach of Martinez. Martinez not just walking and throwing punches. Martinez is painting a masterpiece. He's using his jab, he's boxing, he's changing distance, moving to the side. He's not just in front of you, chucking at you.
See a constant head movement, searching, defensively responsible, has a versatile attack. And I do love the footwork, Teddy, because that takes work. It takes constant work to have your feet right underneath you and change angles and give a tough target. Comes back at a straight right hand after a good stiff jab from Martinez.
And I like the way he goes up and down, Martinez. Threw a right hand earlier to the head and then came back with the left hook underneath. And again, if Concepcion's going to do anything, he's going to have to do it very large in this round, in this last minute and a half starting, and then the next 2 rounds. And I don't know about his condition. He's going to need great condition to do that. And he came into this fight the heaviest he's been in 5 years. So that tells you maybe something about his mindset coming into this fight. Maybe not completely committed in the gym, not completely sure of himself after that knockout loss 10 months ago.
Teddy, if you were just walking into this ballroom here at Mandalay Bay and you just started watching this fight, you wouldn't know who is the opponent and who is supposed to be the guy.
No.
You'd have no idea, and then you'd be given no indication that the guy in the green trunks could turn it on and knock the other guy out.
No, you wouldn't know, and the problem is Martinez doesn't know either. That's the problem for Concepcion.
You're waiting for the whispering. Son, you were brought here for a reason.
Yeah.
Really? I got news for you.
I didn't come for that reason.
You just see the intensity, the aura, really, from Juan Carlos Martinez. He just looks committed. He said, I move a lot. My style is like a fish. He's not willowy, though. He's hard, comes at you hard, but he does move. He gives a lot of angles. But here's straight at you. When he sees an opening, he will move forward.
And he doesn't stay there too long, Martinez. You know, he gets his work done, and he gets out of dodge a little bit.
There's a wicked shot from Concepcion at the bell. He's 24 years old. He's 18-0. You're going to enjoy watching Diego Magdaleno fight. Here, round 7, scheduled for 8. Bernabe Concepcion in the final seconds, Teddy, when he was pinned up against the ropes, fired 2 sharp right hands, and the last one, I believe, bloodied the nose of Juan Carlos Martinez. So finally, some success for Concepcion.
Yeah, the right hand down the pipe. That's the punch. At this point in my scorecard, you just saw in a moment, it's pretty obvious that, at least I think, Concepcion needs a knockout to win it. And that knockout, if it's going to come from a right hand. One of 2 ways. Either set it up with a little trickery, maybe jab downstairs, catch him upstairs where he doesn't look, where you distract him a little bit, takes his eyes off the ball, or maybe catch Martinez laying on the right. Every once in a while, he'll lay his head on the right. He's not doing it right now. He's in attack mode, but he'll lay his head on the right. See there? He laid his head on the right, and Concepcion saw it. He was a little late. Again, the head lays on the right a little bit, sometimes by Martinez. That's in the pathway, the alleyway of the right hand.
You know, Teddy, I'm looking at so many scoring shots from Martinez. I mean, I can count like 7 or 8 in the past 10, 15 seconds.
But I'm looking only for 1 now, because that's the reality of where we are now. Looking for 1 from Concepcion and a possibility of that 1.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Right. Too many rounds.
Possibility is the right hand.
Too many rounds in the bank already, we believe.
See, there's the right hand again. That is the possibility if he's going to pull it out. He's got the rest of this round and then 1 more round. And again, it's going to come with the right hand, I believe, from the man in green if he's going to pull this out of the fire.
And yet, look at the way Martinez responded, Teddy. Got to like the way he reacted.
Oh, yes, like a fighter. 2 things you should do when you get hit when you're a fighter. 1, move your head so you don't get hit the next punch coming, if it comes. The next, come right back. There's the right hand again.
I tell you, took part of a hook from Concepcion, but then fired back and nailed Concepcion with a hard right hand. That shot looked low from Concepcion. Martinez presses him up against the ropes and just also impressing his will upon the fighter from the Philippines.
Again, there's the opportunity for the right hand. A slow left hand cover by Martinez, admiring his work a little bit, waiting for the receipt, and the right hand was the receipt.
At what point do you tell Martinez, hey, you know what? You got rounds in the bank, and stop leaning forward and pressing. You've won the round, you've won 6, 7 rounds.
Well, I tell Martinez right now, move to your right, away from the 1 punch that's been finding you.
We're going to keep it right here, so keep it here on Friday Night Fights. Let's go to the corner. You know the situation if you've been watching. Bernabe Concepcion losing most all of the rounds. Freddie Roach knows he has to light a fire.
All right. Now, we need 3 minutes of punching. All right?
Okay.
We have nothing to say. It's the last round, okay?
Last round, baby.
Give it all you guys, okay? Yeah, put him. Let's go after this guy. The right hand hooks, charge. Let's go. Exchange with him, okay? Catch him. You catch him, you hurt him back. Stay on him, okay? All right? Come on, Bernabe, let's go. This is
Take a look at these right hands here. First one from Concepcion. The jab sets it up. Nice right hand. Martinez went straight back. And here you see a little bit of a right hand. Really nothing compared to the right hand by Concepcion. That Martinez right hand was more of a flail, more of a slap. But the good, solid punches that round by the man in green and the man that needs them.
Oh, there's a hard right hand right off the bat by Concepcion. So he comes out and has success. You heard what Freddie Roach had to say. You got to get on him. You got to put him on his back. You've got to do some damage. You've got to fight constantly.
Yeah, the right hand is the ticket. And the reason it's the ticket or possible ticket for Concepcion is because Martinez gives you an opportunity to land the right hand in 2 or 3 different ways. He'll lay on the right in the alleyway of the right hand. He'll be slow with his jab and admire his work. And you can come back with that right hand. And right there, again, he tilted in a little bit, leaned in. You talked about that the last round. Leaned in a little bit. Nice counter right hand by Concepcion. One problem, one shot. And when you need a knockout, you better put them together.
Juan Carlos Martinez should be well up on the cards at this point in the fight. Came in as the opponent. His record 16-12-1. Fighting a top 10 featherweight in Bernabe Concepcion. But he is way ahead. Concepcion needs a knockout to win this fight. And there is, as Teddy Atlas has pointed out, there is a possibility of that happening.
Let's not forget, Martinez has been knocked out 3 times. So Concepcion has 1.5 minutes left to make it 4.
Martinez has also pulled off upsets before. I mentioned in Chicago, came in as the opponent, but beat Jose Hernandez in 2009. And then Jaime Sandoval in 2007 and 2009.
You know, I know Concepcion had whispered in his ear in the corner by the top trainer, Freddie Roach, right hand. But he also, I'm sure, whispered to him is, yeah, go land the right hand, but put the hook with it too. Because Concepcion doesn't need to stagger Martinez. He needs to put his lights out.
In the final 45 seconds now, this is it for Concepcion. Martinez continues to throw and move his head and move his feet.
See, there's that falling in. I said there was 3 ways to catch Martinez where he gives you a chance to hit with the right hand. 1 is he lays on the right. 2 is when he jabs, he just stays there. And the other, he jabs to the body and he falls in. He gets top heavy. Leaves himself very available to a counter right hand.
Final 15 seconds. Chopping right hand there for Concepcion, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. Now Martinez pins Concepcion into the corner. Good action. It's been an outstanding fight, but it seems a lack of ferocity is going to cost Bernabe Concepcion his top 10 ranking among world featherweights. Juan Carlos Martinez bringing it against Bernabe Concepcion of the Philippines from the get-go. Pressed early, had the versatile attack, moved his feet, moved his hands. A few right hands from Concepcion made it interesting, Teddy, but it seems it was all Martinez.
Too little, too late. And right here, not that that's little. I don't diminish that punch there, but a little too late. No left hook behind it. And the man standing, Martinez, in the white trunks, I have a funny feeling he's going to get a nice upset win.
There's Teddy's card right there, has a wide margin for Juan Carlos Martinez. Let's see if the judges agree. Let's go to Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, we go to the scorecards. Judge Tim Cheatham scores about 77-75 in favor of Concepcion. Judge Clements, 78-74 in favor of Martinez. And Judge Jerry Roth scores it 77-75 in favor of the winner. By way of split decision, Juan Carlos El Pez Martinez.
I can't believe that's a split decision. I'm glad the decision went that way. So I guess we'll take it that way. Juan Carlos Martinez